So you've started Elden Ring, you watched that beautiful intro, you likely died to the first boss, which is okay, you're supposed to, and then you open the door to enter this beautiful open world. You see Limgrave pop across the screen, you pan the camera, you take a look around, and then you probably went and talked to this guy who was right in front of you. He tells you that you're tarnished, you're maidenless, and you're pretty much a nobody, right? And then from there, a couple pop-ups pop up. It tells you how to open the map. It tells you a couple tutorials. And then you're kind of on your own. So in the midst of this open world that we're able to explore to our heart's content, at some point in the back of your head, you might be thinking, well, now what? How do I progress? Because that's what we want to do at the end of the day, is progress and make sure we're going the right way. So hopefully this video will help you with that. I paid attention, so that way in case you guys didn't or you missed something, hopefully I can help you. So it's pretty basic. What you're going to want to do is pay attention to your grace. And when you open these grace locations and sit down at them, the grace is going to point to the direction that you need to go. Even when you open your map, you will see the grace pointing to a certain direction, leading you down the right path. And that's where you're going to want to make your way through. As you play, you're going to have to find pieces to the map as well to unlock it and be able to see it. I went ahead and took footage of where to find the first map, which is Limgrave West. It's pretty easy to find. It's at that first encampment that you're probably going to come across. Can't miss it. And from there, you'll be able to see actual landscapes and visuals to your map. And as you're going on this pathway and following where the grace is leading you to go, as you can see on the map, you want to be on the lookout for more grace locations, because the more you sit down at them, it's going to progress the story. You're going to end up meeting our friend, who you probably remember from the trailers. She's going to be there to guide you and to help you, and you want to speak with her, because she's the one that's going to give you abilities as well as guidance, and also even an option to travel with her to the round table, which you'll see in a second. The more forward that you go and you unlock these grace locations and sit down to talk to her, it will lead to that moment where she will ask you if you want to accompany her to the round table. And when you go there, you can check it out. You can talk to NPCs. You can see that they're all gathered there. They teach you a couple things, they start some storylines, and they talk to you. And it's pretty interesting to see. It's definitely a location we're going to visit more often as we go, but this just introduces you to that. So it's progress. You get to see some new things. Once you're done there, you can go ahead and fast travel back to Limgrave. And I want to let you guys know to really pay attention to the map. When you're exploring Limgrave and you're just looking around and you're finding your way in this world, check out that map. Look at the markers. Notice that you can put specific looking markers for different things. So if there's an enemy maybe you're trying to avoid, there's markers there that can indicate that. Or if there's an item that maybe you missed and you died and you want to go back, you can go ahead and mark that as well. And if you want to keep it basic and just put a marker of where you want to go next, you can do that as well by pressing X or A on your controller, and it will shoot down a beam of light onto the world to tell you that's where you're going. And on your map, it'll be located as 1, 2, or 3. So you could put 3 markers if you'd like. And then when you're in the world playing, you can look at your compass to see the 1, 2, or 3 on your compass. That compass is very important, especially when you're trying to retrieve your runes after you died. Pay attention to that compass because it will tell you a symbol for your runes, and it can keep you in the right direction as you're moving towards it. So the compass is very handy. Pay attention to it. Same thing with the map. You want to use it to your benefit. And if you've made your way up to the end of this path that the grace is leading you towards, you probably know what's coming next. You walk into an area that looks like a boss area, and you know what's going down. And if you died, which is likely because he's a pretty good challenge. If you're a beast, hey man, maybe you beat him the first try. But if you died like me, there's going to be a boss door there, of course. You're going to go back to that grace point, and start over again with fighting him, or you can take that time to think to yourself, maybe I should level up. And this is your opportunity to do that. You can go back into the world, go explore, go collect runes, cash them in to level up. And beyond that, you can find new enemies, you can find ashes of war, you can farm, of course, you can discover new areas and really cool spots with some action going on. The world is very lively. In the exploring that I did in just the few hours I've played so far, I've seen some really cool things. And so it does not hurt to go ahead and do that because it's going to benefit you because you're going to be able to level up a little bit more and you're going to see some really cool stuff. So that's the beauty about this game, is that if the boss is kicking your butt, you can go ahead and take some time, leave him or them, and go explore the world. Check it out and go level up and get your character more beefier. And that's really what will help you in this game. So again, pay attention to that map, pay attention to the grace. It will tell you where you need to go. And of course, have fun and be patient. That's really the ultimate guide tips that any of us can give you, is to have patience, to understand what this world brings to you and what tools you have in it. I think that's the most important thing, is that we do have to read these items. We do have to pay attention to this dialogue because they're giving you tips and giving you tutorials on what to do. It can be easy to miss though. Trust me, I understand. I've been there. I've played games where I'm just recording or I'm streaming and I just don't really pay attention sometimes, or, you know, it just happens. So I hope this video kind of gave you the basics in case you missed them. Maybe there's something I said that you didn't think about, or it's so easy to miss maybe, and maybe I reminded you. Hopefully I did. Just pay attention to things. Definitely check out those Ashes of War, test them. You can do that by sitting at the grace points and assigning those Ashes of War to your weapon. So yeah, it's definitely worth it to check out what you just picked up. Even the talismans that you pick up are worth checking out. The weapons, the armor, of course, the Ashes of War, like I mentioned. Once you pick something up, check it out in your equipment. You can do that by just pressing pause and then, you're not really paused. Don't get it twisted. If you're new to these games, beware if you hit that pause button. It's not really a pause button, okay? Make sure you're clear of enemies. But that's how you're going to get to your menu, and you're going to check out your equipment. You're going to check out your items. Be sure to remember to allot your flasks. You can do this at the grace points as well. So if you don't want to use magic, you can allot your flasks all to the health side of things, which I usually do, at least at the beginning. And there's going to be some mixtures and certain items and things that you pick up later that can also help with health and magic and stuff like that. So exploring goes a long way. I'm sure you know that. With an open world game, that's just kind of what comes with the territory. But especially in this game, I feel like it's really going to help if you just explore and go find some new things to benefit you in these boss fights. We're going to need it, I feel. But that's pretty much it for my video, you guys. It's just kind of the basics. If you're new to From Software games, or just like me with the experience of From Software games, but now we're in an open world and we got these new things going on for us. And sometimes it's easy to forget, you know? So that's it for me, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know how you're enjoying the game. And I will catch you in my next video, all right? Bye.